Emily looked up to see Tyler standing in the doorway, his little face a mixture of confusion and curiosity. He rubbed his eyes sleepily, clutching his beloved teddy bear to his chest. "What's going on?" he asked, his voice small. Richard knelt down to Tyler's level, his expression softening. "Hey, buddy, we were just having a little talk about family. Can you come sit with us?" Tyler hesitated for a moment, but the warmth in his father's eyes reassured him. He scampered over, taking a seat on the carpet beside Richard and leaning into his father's side. Emily felt her heart swell as she watched the bond between them, a bond she longed to be a part of. "Tyler," Richard began gently, "there's something important we need to tell you. Emily is going to be your big sister." Tyler's eyes widened, and a slow smile spread across his face. "Really? That's awesome. Does that mean we can make cookies together all the time?" Emily laughed, her heart lightening. "Absolutely. We can have a cookie-making day whenever you want." Richard looked at Emily, a flicker of pride in his eyes. "See? He already adores you." As they talked, the weight of the day began to lift from Emily's shoulders. She could hardly believe it. After so many years spent in the orphanage, feeling invisible and unwanted, she had found her family, a real family. But the joy of the moment was tinged with uncertainty. "What about Amanda?" Emily asked quietly. "I don't want to come between you two." Richard sighed heavily, the smile fading from his face. "Amanda is struggling. She needs help, and I've been trying to get her the support she needs. But she hasn't been receptive." Emily nodded, understanding the complexity of the situation. She could see the love Richard had for his wife, but it was clear that Amanda's issues were tearing their family apart. "Is she going to be okay?" Richard hesitated, searching for the right words. "I hope so. I'm going to do everything I can to help her. But right now, Tyler needs stability, and you can provide that." Just then, there was a soft knock on the door, followed by Amanda's voice. "Richard, can I come in?" Emily's heart raced, a knot forming in her stomach. She wasn't sure she was ready to face Amanda, especially after the chaos of the night. Richard shot Emily a reassuring look and called out, "Yes, Amanda, come in." The door creaked open, and Amanda stepped into the room, her expression a mix of vulnerability and defiance. She looked at Tyler first, and her gaze softened. "Hey, sweetie, are you okay?" "Mommy!" Tyler leapt up and ran to her, wrapping his little arms around her waist. Amanda looked down at him, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Mommy, Emily's my big sister now. Isn't that cool?" Emily watched as Amanda's face transformed from surprise to a tight smile. That's wonderful, honey. I'm glad you're happy." Richard cleared his throat. "Amanda, can we talk for a minute?" Amanda nodded, glancing at Emily with an unreadable expression. "Sure." Richard led Amanda into the hallway, leaving Emily alone with Tyler. She took a deep breath, trying to quell her anxiety. "Can we make cookies now?" Tyler asked, his eyes shining with excitement. "Of course," Emily replied, her heart warming at his enthusiasm. "What kind do you want to make?" "Chocolate chip. Can we add sprinkles?" he suggested, bouncing on the balls of his feet. Emily smiled. "Absolutely. Let's make them the best cookies ever." They set to work in the kitchen, Tyler's laughter echoing off the walls as they measured, mixed, and poured. For a moment, everything felt perfect. The chaos from earlier seemed to fade, replaced by the sweet aroma of baking cookies and the joy of creating something together. After a while, Richard and Amanda returned, their expressions slightly more composed. Amanda glanced at the mixing bowl, a hint of nostalgia flashing across her face. "Smells amazing in here," she said, forcing a smile. "Thanks, Mrs. Barrett," Tyler chirped, his small hands covered in flour. "We're making the best cookies ever." Richard looked at Amanda, an understanding passing between them. "Emily has a real talent for cooking, Amanda. I think you'd both get along really well if you gave her a chance." Amanda's eyes flickered between Emily and her husband. I will try. I promise." As the cookies baked, the atmosphere began to shift. Emily and Amanda shared small smiles, tentative but genuine. It was a start. After the cookies cooled, they gathered around the kitchen table, each person taking a warm, gooey cookie. "These are the best," Tyler exclaimed, crumbs dotting his chin. Richard chuckled, glancing at Emily. "See? You've won him over." Amanda's smile widened, and for the first time in a long while, she looked relaxed. "I have to admit, you have a gift, Emily. Maybe we can work together in the kitchen more often." Emily's heart raced. Was this the beginning of a new relationship? "I'd love that," she replied, feeling a spark of hope. As they ate, the conversation flowed more easily. They shared stories about family traditions, favorite recipes, and the joys of cooking. For Emily, each shared laugh felt like a thread weaving her deeper into the fabric of this family. After dinner, Richard suggested a movie night, and Tyler squealed with delight. "Can we have popcorn too?" "Absolutely," Amanda said, her tone warm. "Let's make it a movie night to remember." As they settled in the living room, popcorn in hand, Emily felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. Despite the challenges ahead, she was determined to be a part of this family, to help them heal and grow together. As the credits rolled on the movie, Emily glanced around at the three people she had come to love so quickly. Tyler was leaning against Richard, his head resting on his father's shoulder, while Amanda sat close by, laughing at something Tyler said. In that moment, Emily realized that she had not only found a job or a place to stay, she had found a family. And as they shared jokes and laughter, she knew they would navigate whatever challenges lay ahead together, one meal at a time. With each passing day, Emily grew more confident in her new role, not just as a cook, but as a sister and a daughter. The shadows of Amanda's struggles still loomed, but Richard was committed to getting her help, and they began to establish routines that brought normalcy to their lives. Emily and Tyler became inseparable, baking together, exploring the backyard, and even helping him with his schoolwork. Emily felt a maternal instinct rise within her as she cheered him on, watching him grow and learn. One evening, as they were making homemade pizza again, Tyler turned to her with a serious expression. "Emily, do you think we can always be a family?" Emily paused, her heart aching at the depth of his question. "I hope so, Tyler. Families can go through tough times, but if we love each other and stick together, we can make it through anything." He nodded solemnly as if absorbing her words. "And I love you, Emily." Tears pricked at her eyes. "I love you too, buddy." Weeks turned into months, and as spring arrived, the Barrett household began to blossom. Amanda continued her treatment, attending therapy sessions and working hard to confront her struggles. Richard was a steadfast support, his love and dedication shining through even the hardest days. Emily took on more responsibilities around the house, not just in the kitchen, but also helping Tyler navigate his schoolwork and even planning little family outings. They visited the local zoo, went on picnics in the park, and spent lazy Sundays baking cookies or playing games. One afternoon, after a particularly tough day for Amanda, Emily found herself in the kitchen with Tyler, whipping up a batch of cookies. As the sweet scent filled the air, she felt a sense of comfort wash over her. "Emily," Tyler said, his voice serious, "can I ask you something?" "Of course, sweetie. What's on your mind?" "Do you think Mommy will get better?" Emily hesitated, searching for the right words. "I believe she will, Tyler. She's working really hard to feel better, and it takes time. Sometimes families have to go through tough things, but it makes us stronger in the end." Tyler nodded, though his brow furrowed in thought. "I just want her to be happy like she used to be." Emily knelt beside him, resting a hand on his shoulder. "Me too, buddy, but we can help her. We can make her feel loved and supported." Tyler's face brightened. "Can we make her a special cake for her birthday? It's next week." "Great idea," Emily exclaimed. "What kind of cake should we make?" As they planned the cake, Emily felt a renewed sense of purpose. She wasn't just cooking for the family, she was helping to create a home filled with love, support, and healing. When Amanda's birthday arrived, the house was alive with excitement. Emily had baked a stunning layered chocolate cake, decorated with fresh strawberries and whipped cream. Tyler had made colorful cards filled with drawings and messages of love. "Surprise!" they yelled as Amanda walked into the living room, her expression a mix of shock and delight. Tears filled Amanda's eyes as she took in the decorations, the cake, and the two people who loved her so dearly. "You guys, this is beautiful. Thank you." As they celebrated, Amanda felt a glimmer of hope. Surrounded by the warmth of her family, she realized that healing was possible. With Emily's support and Tyler's unwavering love, she began to see a light at the end of the tunnel. As the months rolled on, their family dynamic continued to grow stronger. Amanda began to engage more with Emily, sharing recipes and bonding over their love for cooking. Tyler flourished under the care of both women, his laughter echoing throughout the house, filling it with joy. Richard watched with pride as his family transformed. The shadows of the past began to lift, replaced by laughter, love, and shared memories. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, Emily looked around at the faces she had come to love so deeply. "You know," she said, "I never thought I'd find a family like this." "Neither did I," Amanda replied, her voice filled with emotion. "Thank you for being patient with me." "I'm just glad we're all here together," Emily said, her heart full. Richard raised his glass, a proud smile on his face. "To family in all its messy, beautiful forms." "To family," Tyler echoed, raising his juice box. As they clinked their glasses together, Emily knew they had created something truly special, a bond that would withstand the trials of life. From that day forward, they faced the world together, stronger than before. Each challenge that came their way only solidified their love and commitment to one another. And in the heart of their home, the aroma of love, laughter, and homemade meals filled the air, a constant reminder that family is not just about blood, but about the bonds formed through love and understanding. Together, they embarked on this journey of healing, hand in hand, heart to heart, knowing that they had finally found their way home.